You are not here by accident. There is a purpose behind your presence in this world. Right now, you are being called, chosen by something greater than yourself. It's not about luck or chance. It's about a divine purpose that has been waiting for you. Imagine this moment as the universe itself stepping forward and placing a special calling on your life. This is your divine selection, your sacred invitation to walk a path that many others will never understand. When God chooses you, it's not just a one-time moment. It's a continual unfolding of your soul's purpose. It's not about being the most successful person in the room or having the loudest voice. It's about something much deeper, the recognition of your soul's unique ability to contribute to the world in a way only you can. This is a call to rise above the noise of everyday life and listen to the quiet whisper that tells you there is more for you. A divine plan that's unfolding even if you don't fully understand it yet. When you begin to realize that you have been chosen, it can bring a mixture of emotions. Part of you might feel honored, while another part might feel overwhelmed. You may ask yourself, why me? And am I really capable of fulfilling this purpose? These are normal thoughts that come with the territory. Being chosen isn't about being perfect or having it all figured out from the start. It's about being open, willing, and ready to step into your divine role, no matter how uncertain the journey might seem. You might wonder, why do I feel so different from others? This feeling is not just coincidence. It's a sign that you've been selected for something far greater. God sees the potential in you that you might not even see yourself. It's a potential that transcends the ordinary, that calls you to step into your higher self. When you answer this call, you align yourself with the universe's greatest plan for your life, one that is uniquely yours and designed with love. One of the hardest things to accept when you realize you are chosen is the feeling of unworthiness. You might think, I'm not good enough, or I've made too many mistakes. These thoughts come from the ego, the part of you that tells you you're not capable. The truth, however, is that God doesn't choose based on your achievements or past failures. You are chosen because of your heart, your openness, your willingness to serve, and your unique ability to bring light into the world. The divine calling doesn't come with conditions or qualifications. It comes with a simple invitation to trust in something bigger than yourself. You are not meant to remain stuck in doubt and insecurity. Instead, recognize that your purpose is already unfolding. Even if you don't see all the details, you have everything within you to fulfill your mission. And while it might be difficult at times, every step forward will be guided by divine wisdom. The call you hear, the pull on your heart, is sacred. It's not something to be taken lightly, and it's not something that can be understood by everyone. Not everyone is meant to hear this call, and that's okay. This journey is not about trying to convince others of your purpose. It's about embracing the truth of your unique mission and allowing it to shape you into the person you are meant to be. God's selection of you is an intimate and personal process. It is a relationship between you and the divine. It's a secret, not meant to be flaunted, but carried with humility and reverence. It's about stepping into your divine purpose with grace and understanding that you are part of something much greater than your own life story. It begins as a whisper. At first, it's subtle, a thought, a feeling, a nudge that tells you there is something more to life than what you've been experiencing. This whisper isn't loud or forceful. It's gentle, like a breeze brushing against your soul. And yet, despite its quiet nature, you can't ignore it. It calls to you from within. And even if you try to push it aside, it returns again and again, reminding you that you are meant for something greater. It's not just a random thought, it's a divine invitation. You might not fully understand what this calling means, but you feel it. There's a deep sense that your life has a purpose, and it's bigger than anything you've experienced so far. It might not make sense in the moment, but you are being guided towards something that will transform your life in ways you could never have imagined. For those who are chosen, this whisper becomes louder over time. It's as if the universe itself is aligning to lead you toward your destiny. At first, you might resist, questioning what this all means. You might even feel afraid of what stepping into your purpose will require. It's natural to feel this way. After all, the unknown is always intimidating. But that's the beauty of the journey. You don't have to know everything right away. Trusting in the process is key. There will be moments of doubt, times when you ask yourself if you're really the one meant for this task. But as you begin to recognize the whispers, you'll start to feel a deep sense of peace in knowing that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is a part of the divine plan, and you were born to walk this path. Answering the call doesn't always mean making huge, dramatic changes right away. Sometimes the first step is simply acknowledging the whisper. It's about deciding in your heart that you are open to what comes next. This willingness is what sets you apart from others. It's the spark that ignites the journey ahead. You may not know exactly where this path will lead, but that's okay. The key is to take that first step with faith. Each step you take in response to the divine calling will become clearer. As you move forward, the path will unfold, and you'll start to see how everything fits together. The universe has a way of guiding you when you decide to trust and answer the call with an open heart. The challenge comes when doubt creeps in. You might ask yourself if you're truly hearing the divine whisper or if it's just your imagination. This is when faith becomes essential. The divine call is not always easy to recognize, especially when you're used to hearing other voices, your own fears, your insecurities, and the opinions of others. But the divine whisper is different. It speaks directly to your soul, bypassing all the noise of the world. Doubt will come, but don't let it stop you. The more you lean into the call, the clearer it becomes. Your doubts will start to fade as you take action, no matter how small the steps may seem at first. Remember, the divine call is meant for you. The universe has been preparing you for this moment, even if you didn't know it. Trust that the journey you're on is leading you exactly where you need to be. Surrendering to divine will is one of the most challenging parts of being chosen. It means letting go of control, trusting that the path you're walking is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't make sense to you right now. This act of surrender can be deeply unsettling because as human beings, we are often taught to control our circumstances. We try to make things happen according to our timeline, but God's plan doesn't work on our schedule. The truth is, surrender isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the need to force outcomes. It's about trusting that what is meant for you will come to pass when the time is right. Surrender is about releasing the pressure to control every aspect of your life. and instead allowing the divine to guide you, even when you can't see the next step. When you surrender, you open yourself up to the divine plan. You begin to understand that God's wisdom far exceeds your own, and that you don't need to have all the answers right away. There's peace in knowing that the divine is always present, guiding you toward your higher purpose. It's in surrender that you allow your life to be shaped according to a higher truth, not your limited understanding. Surrender requires trust, a deep, unwavering trust that even when things seem uncertain, you are exactly where you are meant to be. It means trusting that the struggles you face, the moments of discomfort, and the challenges ahead are all part of a bigger picture, one that will ultimately lead you to your true calling. As you begin to surrender to the divine will, you experience a profound sense of freedom. You no longer feel the weight of trying to make everything work on your own. Instead, you trust that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. This freedom is not about inaction. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and allowing yourself to be led with love and grace. The more you surrender, the more you align with your purpose. You start to realize that you are not alone on this journey. Divine guidance is with you every step of the way, even when you can't see the full picture. This surrender is the key to moving forward with peace and confidence, knowing that God's plan is always at work. The peace that comes with surrender is not temporary, it is lasting. When you allow yourself to release the need for control, you open the door to inner peace. The struggles, the uncertainty, the challenges, they no longer feel like obstacles. Instead, they become opportunities to grow and transform. Each challenge is a step closer to aligning with your higher purpose, and through it all, you will find peace in knowing that you are on the right path. Surrendering is the ultimate act of faith. It's the recognition that you are not walking this journey alone. Trusting in divine will doesn't mean passivity. It means actively choosing to trust that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Through surrender, you step into the fullness of your divine calling, ready to embrace the life that has been prepared for you. When you are called to a higher purpose, transformation becomes an inevitable part of your journey. The path of the chosen one is not about staying the same or holding on to the old version of yourself. It's about shedding the layers that no longer serve you. To step into your divine role, you must first confront and release parts of yourself that are rooted in ego, fear, and doubt. This is where the true transformation begins. The process of transformation can be uncomfortable. You may find yourself questioning long-held beliefs, letting go of old habits, and re-evaluating relationships that no longer align with your divine path. But this inner change is necessary. Just as a seed must break open to sprout and grow into a beautiful plant, so must you shed your old self to fully embrace the person you are meant to be. The challenges you face during this time are not obstacles. They are opportunities to step into a higher state of being. As you embark on this transformative journey, you will encounter your inner shadows, the parts of yourself that you've hidden away or neglected. These shadows can appear as fears, insecurities, or unresolved emotions that have been buried deep within your soul. Confronting these aspects of yourself is one of the most powerful steps you can take. It's easy to push them aside or pretend they don't exist, but true transformation requires facing them head-on. When you face your shadows, you allow yourself the opportunity to heal and grow. The very things that you once saw as weaknesses will become the areas of your greatest strength. Through this process, you are purified. The darkness within you, the parts of yourself you may have been afraid to acknowledge, becomes the fuel that propels you toward your higher calling. This is how you transform. This is how you rise. Once you shed the old, a new you begins to emerge. This new version of yourself is aligned with your divine purpose, ready to step into the world with power and grace. Embracing the new you doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means fully embodying your true self, the self that was always meant to shine. This transformation is not about changing who you are at your core, but about removing the layers of doubt and fear that have held you back. The beauty of this transformation is that it allows you to step into your divine role with confidence. You no longer feel the need to hide or shrink. Instead, you stand tall in your truth, knowing that you are exactly who you are meant to be. This is the power of transformation. It allows you to move forward with clarity, purpose, and a deep sense of peace, knowing that you are on the path you were always meant to walk. Doubt is something that many chosen ones face on their journey. As you step into your divine calling, it's natural to question whether you are truly capable of fulfilling the mission that has been placed before you. You may wonder if you're qualified enough, or if you have what it takes to make the impact you feel called to make. These doubts can be overwhelming, and they often come at the most unexpected times. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is not a reflection of your abilities. It is simply a product of the mind, one that seeks to keep you small and afraid. Doubt arises from the ego, which tries to convince you that you're not enough. But the divine truth is that you are more than enough. God's plan for you is greater than anything you could ever imagine, and you have everything within you to carry it out. The key to overcoming doubt is to trust in the divine plan, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Faith is the antidote to doubt. Faith is not just about believing that things will work out. It's about trusting, even when you can't see how. Faith is the unwavering belief that no matter the obstacles you face, the divine plan is always unfolding in your favor. When you trust in God's plan, you stop trying to control every outcome. You let go of the need for immediate answers, and instead, you trust that the right steps will reveal themselves in time. Faith is about letting go of the need to prove yourself to anyone, including yourself. It's about recognizing that you are already enough, that you have already been chosen, and that the divine is with you every step of the way. The more you lean into faith, the more your doubts will fade. You'll start to realize that every challenge, every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to grow in your trust and deepen your connection with God. Trusting in God's plan means surrendering your need to understand everything right away. It means releasing your attachment to outcomes and allowing the universe to work through you. When you trust that God has a greater plan for your life, you no longer feel the pressure to force things into place. Instead, you begin to flow with life, trusting that each step is part of a bigger journey. Trusting in God's plan also means being patient with yourself. There will be times when you feel unsure, when the next step doesn't seem clear. But when you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, you can let go of the need for certainty. You are not in control, but you are being guided. And that guidance is always for your highest good. Every moment of doubt is an invitation to strengthen your faith, to lean into trust, and to move forward with the knowledge that you are on the right path. In our fast-paced world, patience is often in short supply. We want things to happen quickly, and we often expect life to unfold according to our own timeline. But the journey of the chosen one is different. It requires patience. Divine timing doesn't work on the same schedule that we are used to. There will be times when you feel like things aren't happening fast enough, when opportunities seem out of reach, or when the blessings you've been waiting for seem delayed. This is where trust in divine timing comes in. It's easy to question why things aren't moving as quickly as you would like, but remember that God's timing is always perfect. What feels like a delay is often preparation. The moments you spend waiting, reflecting, and aligning yourself are part of the greater process of your transformation. Everything happens when it's meant to, and sometimes the greatest gifts come at the most unexpected moments. Patience isn't something that comes naturally to most of us, but it is an essential part of the chosen one's journey. Patience is born from trust. When you trust that the universe is working on your behalf, you can let go of the urgency to make things happen. Instead, you learn to wait with grace, knowing that every moment has its purpose. Divine timing removes the pressure of needing to rush or force outcomes. You are given the space to grow, reflect, and prepare for what is to come. As you practice patience, you begin to see the beauty in waiting. It's in these moments of stillness that clarity often emerges. The divine is working behind the scenes, arranging the pieces of your life in perfect order. When the time is right, everything will fall into place and you will be ready to step into your divine role. The waiting period is not a punishment. It's an opportunity to grow in faith, trust, and patience. The beauty of divine timing is that it frees you from the burden of trying to control every aspect of your life. You no longer have to chase after things or force doors to open. Instead, you trust that what is meant for you will come at the perfect moment. This shift in perspective allows you to enjoy the present moment instead of constantly worrying about what's coming next. Trusting divine timing also means understanding that delays are not setbacks. They are simply part of the divine plan. Every delay, every pause, every moment of waiting is preparing you for something greater. When the right opportunity comes, you will be ready to seize it, and it will be better than anything you could have forced into existence on your own. By embracing divine timing, you release the pressure of the clock and open yourself up to the flow of the universe. As you continue on your journey as the chosen one, you will begin to notice something extraordinary happening within you. Spiritual gifts, once dormant, will begin to awaken. These gifts are not random. They have been carefully woven into the fabric of your being, waiting for the right moment to come to light. They are a part of you, tools given by the divine to help you fulfill your higher purpose. These gifts may not immediately appear in grand displays or with clear instructions on how to use them. At first, they might show up as subtle nudges in your intuition, a feeling that you should do something or say something that feels out of the ordinary. You might experience flashes of insight or a deep sense of knowing that guides you in moments of uncertainty. These are the early whispers of your spiritual gifts, and they are guiding you toward the role you were meant to play in the world. Recognizing your spiritual gifts is only the first step. To fully unlock their potential, you must nurture them. Just as a plant needs sunlight, water, and time to grow, so too do your spiritual gifts require patience and intentional care. This is where prayer, meditation, and mindfulness come into play. These practices help you tune in to the divine, allowing you to receive guidance and wisdom on how to develop your gifts. As you nurture these gifts, you will begin to notice them becoming stronger, clearer, and more powerful. What once may have been a gentle nudge will now become a loud, undeniable force guiding you on your path. The more you use your gifts to help others, the more they will grow. This is the beauty of spiritual gifts. They are meant to be shared, to be used in service of others, to uplift and guide those who need it most. Your gifts are not for you alone. They are meant to serve others. As you step into your divine role, you'll find that the more you share your gifts, the more they multiply. Whether it's through healing, teaching, or simply offering a listening ear, your gifts allow you to bring light into the lives of others. By using your gifts in service, you align yourself more deeply with your divine purpose and allow your light to shine brightly in the world. Nurturing your gifts means stepping into your power with humility and grace. You are a vessel through which divine love flows, and it is through this flow of love that you become a source of healing, wisdom, and transformation for those around you. As you continue to serve, you will find that your gifts grow stronger, and you will begin to notice how the universe supports your efforts in ways you never imagined. Fear is one of the most natural emotions we experience as human beings. It is not something that can be avoided or ignored. As the chosen one, fear will appear on your path more often than you'd like. It's the fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, and sometimes the fear of not being good enough. These fears are part of the journey, but they don't have to hold you back. In fact, fear can become one of your greatest teachers. When you step into the unknown, fear will often try to stop you. It will try to keep you small, keep you comfortable, and keep you from fully embracing the power that lies within you. But here's the truth. Fear is not a barrier. It is a challenge that invites you to grow. The key to walking through fear is not to avoid it, but to face it with courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. Courage is what allows you to keep moving forward, even when you're afraid. It's what gives you the strength to step into new situations, take risks, and trust in the process, even when everything inside you tells you to retreat. Every time you act in courage, fear loses its grip on you. The more you walk through fear, the less it controls you. Eventually, fear becomes a tool you use to push yourself further on your path. Each step you take toward your divine calling requires courage. Whether you're speaking your truth, making bold decisions, or confronting your own limiting beliefs, courage is what propels you forward. It is through courage that you step into your true self, the person you were always meant to be. And the more you embrace courage, the more you will see that fear was never the enemy. It was just a signal that you were about to experience growth and transformation. The most powerful way to walk through fear is to trust in God's guidance. Fear often arises when we believe that we are walking alone, but the truth is that God is always with us. When you trust that the divine has a plan for you, fear becomes less intimidating. Trusting God means knowing that you are supported, that every challenge you face is a stepping stone toward your purpose, and that you are never truly alone. When you trust God's plan, you allow courage to rise within you. You stop seeing fear as an obstacle and start seeing it as an invitation to step into your divine power. With trust, fear loses its hold over you, and you move forward with the confidence that you are being guided every step of the way. Fear no longer stands in your path. It becomes the fuel that drives you toward your purpose. As the chosen one, you are not called to be a leader in the traditional sense. Your calling is not about seeking fame, recognition, or validation. Instead, your calling is to serve God, to serve others, and to be a channel of love and light in the world. This service is not about grand gestures or public accolades. It is about the quiet, humble acts of love and compassion that have the power to change lives. The true power of service lies in its ability to transform not only the people you serve, but also yourself. As you give, you receive. As you love, you are loved. Service is an act of humility, a recognition that you are not above others, but rather a part of something much greater. Through service, you become a vessel for the divine, helping to bring healing, guidance, and light into the world. Living in service requires a deep understanding of your role in the greater picture. You are here not for yourself, but for others. The more you give, the more you align with your divine purpose. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of love you offer is a reflection of God's love in the world. Service doesn't always come in the form of grand actions. Sometimes it's as simple as offering a smile to someone who needs it, listening without judgment, or offering a hand to someone who is struggling. These small acts of service are just as powerful as anything else you might do. They create ripples of love and light that extend far beyond what you can see. True service comes from a place of humility. It is not about seeking praise or recognition. The chosen ones understand that their mission is to serve, not to be served. When you serve with humility, you free yourself from the need to be noticed or celebrated. Your reward comes not from others' applause, but from the deep sense of fulfillment and peace that comes from knowing you are walking in alignment with God's will. Living in humility means accepting that the work you do is not about you. It's about something much bigger. It's about serving a higher purpose and using your gifts to uplift others. As you continue on this path, you will find that the more you serve, the more you are transformed. Service becomes the foundation of your divine journey, and through it, you fulfill your true purpose. To walk in alignment with your divine purpose means living each day with intention. It means being mindful of the choices you make, the words you speak, and the actions you take. Every moment is an opportunity to align with God's will, to step into the person you were always meant to be. Walking in alignment is not about perfection. It's about consistently choosing to live with faith, courage, and humility. Each day is a new chance to grow and serve. The more you align with your purpose, the more you will see the world around you shift. Your relationships, your work, and your life will begin to reflect the light and love that you are meant to share. Alignment brings peace because it eliminates the confusion and chaos that comes from living outside of your purpose. When you walk in alignment, you live with clarity and confidence. Being the chosen one is not about achieving a certain status or reaching a specific goal. It's about embodying your divine essence in every moment. You are not meant to hide your light or shrink away from your calling. Embrace your power, step into your truth, and live fully as the person you were created to be. When you do this, you not only transform your own life, but also inspire others to do the same. To embody your divine purpose means to live with integrity, love, and service. It means walking through the world with the understanding that your life has meaning, and every action you take is part of fulfilling a greater plan. The chosen ones are called not just to exist, but to live fully, shining their light in every corner of the world. Living your divine purpose every day requires commitment and intentionality. It's not something that happens once and then fades. It's a continuous process of awakening and growth. Every day is an opportunity to align more deeply with God's plan, to serve others, and to grow in your spiritual gifts. This is the beauty of walking the path of the chosen one. It is a journey that unfolds day by day, step by step, as you grow into the person you were always meant to become. Living your mission means staying true to who you are and trusting that every step you take is leading you to your higher calling. It's about living with purpose, embracing each challenge, and serving with love. This is how you fulfill your divine mission and make a lasting impact on the world. The journey of the chosen one is not always easy, but it is always meaningful. It is a journey of transformation, faith, courage, and love. As you walk this path, you will uncover parts of yourself you never knew existed. You will step into your power, awaken your spiritual gifts, and fulfill a purpose greater than anything you could have imagined. The world may not always understand your journey, but you know that you are being guided by something much larger than yourself. Embrace this path with faith, humility, and love. You are not alone. Divine guidance is always with you, helping you every step of the way. Walk confidently in your purpose, knowing that you are fulfilling your divine mission and making a difference in the world. This is your calling. This is your journey, and you are exactly where you are meant to be.